Fasten your seatbelt. By May, analysts expect gas prices for regular unleaded to be at least $4 a gallon. At this gas station in Tyler tonight, the price for regular unleaded is $3.40, and that's actually about 19 cents more than when we started this year. And there are a lot of reasons why that amount will keep going up. More than half of the East Texas wildfires have been caused by human error. The last two in Rusk County, cigarette butts thrown on the side of the road. More than 320 acres have burned, and this is the scene today. In an age of technology, email scams and internet hackers have a lot of us thinking about our online safety, but don't forget about snail mail. As one East Texas man learned, just because you receive a check in the mail doesn't mean money in your wallet. Roughly 2,500 Chapel Hill students rely on buses like this one each day. And while the body style hasn't changed much since 1977, the safety features have. That's because the life cycle of a human hair is between 2 and 6 years. 90% of hair is always growing. Women have the most resting hairs in July, and they start to fall out 100 days later. In October, in November. Canned vegetables are a quick, easy option. Except they're full of salt. One quick way to bring that sodium level down and nutrition level up: drain the excess juice and rinse the vegetables under cool water. That'll knock off a lot of the extra salt and leave you with a healthy side. All occupants of a vehicle, no matter their age or location in that vehicle, to buckle up. And Justin, the most commonplace studies show people still aren't wearing a seatbelt is right here in the back seat.
Have to wear it everywhere, that's
everywhere.
For sure. So the fines and the punishments, they're pretty serious if you don't wear your seatbelt, right?
Well, Justin, besides saving your life, people who don't buckle up risk fines up to $250 and could even have their license suspended. Live from Tyler, Smith County, Amanda Roberson, KYTX CBS 19 News. Justin, back to you.
And nobody wants a suspended license. Okay, Amanda, thank you.
For the clerk involved in last night's robbery who asked her name not be released in our story, and the officers involved, it took a group effort to bring the suspects down.
They were like pointing at me. He was like, "Give me all the money. I swear to God, I'm gonna shoot you if you don't give me the money."
These are the hands of a mother 7 months pregnant, and the same hands forced to give 2 robbers money from the Fast Track cash register.
I just remember the one that was pointing at me, you know, the one that was talking to me. He was wearing like a gold mask, yeah, a Halloween mask, and all black.
In just a few minutes, those 2 men were out of the store after robbing both clerk and customer.
Just saw the customer and he asked me if I was okay, if they were already left. I was like, I don't know.
That's when Cherokee County Sheriff James Campbell says his officers and Jacksonville police got involved.
The car that we were looking for, we impounded it last night. It was a little Dodge Neon.
And a state trooper found that Dodge Neon and pulled it over right here at Lookout Mountain, just north of Jacksonville. Once the suspects gave consent to search the vehicle, police found a loaded revolver, money, and Halloween masks. 3 of the suspects were arrested, but 1 got away and ran into the woods. Cherokee County had to call for backup. Frangiosa got away, and dogs from the Texas Department of Criminal Justice in Palestine helped track him down. But Sheriff Campbell says thick brush was too much for the dogs.
We called the helicopter out of Longview with the FLIR system. Once they arrived, they found the man in about 10 minutes.
The 4 agencies that put these 4 people behind bars hope the arrest will bring more peace to Jacksonville.
It's like Christmas in October to us because these subjects were dangerous. They're stupid, but they're dangerous. And so we were afraid someone was going to get hurt.
No one was physically injured Tuesday night, but emotionally, it's a different story. With time, this clerk says her fear will heal too.
I was scared to go back to work, but now I just feel like a little bit more comfortable, you know, of being there.
And all 4 of the people that were arrested are from Jacksonville. Their charges range from aggravated robbery and unlawful possession of a firearm to engaging in organized criminal activity and possession of drugs. All of their bonds have been set at more than $500,000 each. Justin, back to you.
We're glad that expectant mother is okay and sounds like she is relieved tonight. Okay, Amanda, thank you.
54 behind me reopened last night. More than 320 acres have burned, and this is the scene today. Hot spots across the area, and fire crews are working to make sure they don't turn into another massive fire. 24 hours after the Upshur County fire sparked, the Forest Service is still dropping water from the sky to prevent more flames. What does it feel like seeing that?
Too little, too late.
James Twilla Jr. and his wife Anna returned to what used to be their home for the first time Wednesday morning.
So there was you know, 20, 30 years worth of memories here, and it's toast. It's gone. It's nothing. Out of everything here, though, the most important thing I lost was my animals. They were like my children.
Twilla's home was one of the first to burn. Then the fire spread, jumping over Highway 154 and into the Raintree Lake neighborhood.
I looked up and it was dropping ashes everywhere. And everywhere I looked was a little mini fire. There's fire here, fire there, everywhere I looked.
Like others in the neighborhood, Billy Phillips and his family waited until the last minute to evacuate.
Whenever we were going out of the driveway, there were wild animals running down the road. A deer and a fox were just running, you know, and we followed them out, and they made us evacuate.
In the end, the fire consumed more than 20 homes and structures, but Phillips' home was spared.
It was just a miracle. My neighbors across the lake lost everything.
Thanks to 8 of his friends, fire crews let them through blockades because they had water tanks and could protect Phillips' home.
You can see it's all the way around me. It's a nightmare, but my house is like this little oasis, you know, and that's what I think I may name it. I may name it the Oasis because I was really lucky.
Roller coaster I'm on ain't over with yet, Bubba.
For others who were not so lucky, recovery will happen one day at a time.
Yeah, I'll make it through it with my wife and my father and other family and friends, but it's hard.
And the Upshur County Fire Marshal says the fire started somewhere along this road, FM 102, and then the wind carried it to the northeast. It's still unclear how exactly this fire started, and tonight it still remains under investigation. There are 10 veterans' homes on site, and inside each home will live 10 veterans, each having their own private bedroom. So far, 2 veterans have moved in and a third tomorrow. 94-year-old veteran Willard Kirkpatrick was the first to move in this morning, and after waiting 8 months to be here, he says it's good to be home. It was first resident privileges for World War II Army veteran Willard Kirkpatrick of Hawkins, with plenty of exploration.
My question though, where do I eat?
4 generations of Kirkpatricks who live in East Texas were there as he moved in.
I'm just really close to home, and I can call them, and if I need something or if I want to talk to them, they'll come as quick as they can.
For Kirkpatrick's son, it's the 24/7 service that helped them decide where Willard would call home.
He has such a hard time getting around, and he needs the medical attention. He needs a nurse to attend to him, and he needs the aides to help him.
Another feature in the new homes is this high-tech, high-touch technology. This patient lift system easily helps dependent residents get from one area of their room to the next.
Now we can meet any need. We'll offer physical, occupational speech therapy in-house. We'll have the memory care homes.
2 memory care specific homes for those with Alzheimer's disease and dementia. Texas Veterans Land Board Representative Donna Huffman says there are 104 applications on hand.
For veterans, however, we can also accept spouses and widows of qualified veterans.
As veteran Kirkpatrick gets settled in, he says he's excited to have more neighbors and a chance to relive their fight for freedom.
Maybe if you get some of them old salted GIs in, they could lighten it up a little.
And 2 things every resident is asked to bring: a picture of themselves from when they were in the service and recipes. The motto here is nothing about you without you, and so that means residents have a say in everything from meal plans to activities to how they decorate their room, anything that happens inside their house. In Tyler, Smith County.